If Hosanna obeys us, we're not like, come here, girl, come here. All right, pull him down. Get the, mama, get her. Which will be hilarious when we start spanking Hosanna.
Oh,
which we
Lord.
will, on the record.
I'll do another reel to stitch the problematic theology and application from these content creators, but here I want to talk about the problem of normalizing cruelty in Christian communities. Kelsey and I talk a lot about the individual impact problematic Christian parenting teaching had on individuals and families, but there was a collective impact as well, as it shaped subcultures and perspectives. When parents are taught from infancy on up to detach from their children, to laugh at punitive measures and to inflict pain on the vulnerable, they cultivate a normalization of cruelty. When children grow up subject to these methods, if they don't deconstruct from them, they will replicate them and believe that this is normal. As you see these very young parents theoretically talking about spanking their preschooler, baby, toddler, and laughing about it, thinking it will be funny. It reminds me of this viral post from Sharon McMahon from last week. I don't know if you saw it. She points out that so many of these comments come from people with Christian identifiers in their bios. And she's warning about where dehumanization like this leads. How did we get to the place where Christians are known for their cruelty, that we've come to expect it? Theology is never theoretical. And when evangelical Christians refashion God after their own image, when they valorize cruelty and call empathy a sin, claim a deity that has more in common with pagan deities of old who delighted in child sacrifice. It doesn't matter if it comes wrapped up in Christian language or theological terms or all the knots we tie ourselves in to call cruelty love or to suggest that inflicting pain is actually good. Why do I feel so confident saying this as a Christian? Because we believe that when God himself decided to show us what he was like, he became incarnate in Jesus Christ, who taught his followers to love the people they perceived to be enemies, taught them to become neighbors known by their mercy, who said, "This is how all people will know you are my disciples, by the love you have for one another," who said, "Worldly leaders lord it over one another. It will not be so with you. You are to serve the way Jesus served, in humility, in self-sacrifice, in considering the good of the other." Our children are our smallest and newest neighbors and the most vulnerable in society. The way we treat them is very revealing as to how we will treat other vulnerable people in society. Trying to baptize cruelty and call it love is not particularly Christian. In fact, it's anti-Christ.